Hello, everyone, and welcome. Yes, Barcelona have done it. We were looking for something to give us hope. We were praying for a miracle. Los Blancos had an opportunity to kill Barcelona. Real Madrid had a chance to capitalize on our poor form and player absences to put this tie beyond us. Well, the Blaugrana are live. Barcelona 1, Real Madrid nil. What a team performance. What a defensive masterclass. This group of players stood tall and actually went and won at the Bernabeu. It wasn't Chavi ball. It wasn't Chavi football at all. Let me just put that straight. We should not be turning into. This shouldn't be our new signature way of playing. But sometimes you just have to adapt to the circumstances. You have to get the job done, and that is exactly what this team did. Exactly what Chavi did, and against all the odds, we actually came out victorious. Let's start the breakdown. As you can see, the starting lineup was a tad bit different from what we expected. Of course, Ter Stegen in goal, Balde at left back. It was actually Alonso who took the place of Christensen, who partnered Kounde in central defense. Christensen, we saw the rumors that he had picked up an ankle injury. There were some rumors that were saying that he was going to be fine to start anyway, but I guess he wasn't. And man, did a I'll we'll talk more about Alonso later, but why did this change work out? Araujo at right back, typical against Real Madrid. We'll talk more about that later too. Busquets and Frankie, of course, forming the usual makeshift double pivot in play with Gavi and Kessie ahead of them. It was Varane putting in a shift at striker and Rafinha at right wing. As for the substitutions, Xavi only felt the need to make two subs, which I found a little disappointing, but still like within reason. He brought on Ansu Fati for Rafinha and Roberto on for Kessie. Both changes came in the second half. Now for my highlights and takeaways, man, I still can't get over that. Against all the odds, this team pulled through. In isolation, this result doesn't seem like a big deal, but the context is always necessary, and it especially gives this win even more importance. We had four of our key players missing: Dembele, Pedri, Lewa, and Christensen, and this team still won. When we were in bad form, we lost to Man United, we lost to Almeria, back-to-back losses for the first time this season, and I can't believe that. There are I've seen some rumors that Vinicius is suspended for the second leg, but I've also seen some reports going against that the yellow cards got wiped before this match for the quarterfinals, like after the quarterfinals. I'm not sure, but I think Vinicius is still going to be able to play at the Camp Nou, which will make Araujo happy. So, but yeah, I wouldn't read that much into it. I just wanted to clear that up in case some people were still confused. Man, Real Madrid had an opportunity to really capitalize here, but this team, I'm I speak I think I speak for many of the fan base of the Culers, but they really made me proud. They made us proud. It's oh, dude, this should for sure catapult us back into supreme confidence against Valencia in the league. It is at home, so that thank God it is at home because keep in mind we have Gavi suspended. He's gonna miss this match. Xavi himself is gonna miss this match, and of course, on top of the injuries of Lewa, Dembele, Pedri. No, I think no. Yeah, I think we are gonna miss. Either way, it's at least something that we're at home. If it was away, man, that would probably be drop points guaranteed. It was, but even this defense is so crucial. I saw this one thing, this report, this rumor last season, when Real Madrid won the Champions League, that a good goalkeeper, but also a good defense is what who wins you titles. And defense wins you titles. That is a common phrase. But man, it is the core, the backbone of this team because we aren't always capable most of the time of scoring one goal, at least one goal per game. And if we can concede nothing, then it's there you go, 1-0 win, which we have done many times before the season. It just was the defense was so rock solid. Araujo and Kounde, man, I didn't even see Vinicius and Benzema playing, dude. We denied them all of their space, played very deep, kind of like an Atletico Madrid kind of, and we counterattacked at will. We were slicing them open, but of course, our final balls were lacking. Rafinha had a chance to square it to Varane, I think it was, or Ansu, someone making the run far post. That ball was a bit wide. Kessie, the goal that we did end up scoring, the Militao own goal, that one was given, like, it was luck, but I think we deserved a goal. Then at the end, with Kessie should have had his second goal, but yeah, Ansu unfortunately couldn't get out of the way in time. I think as soon as Vinicius was losing those first battles and he went wide, or it went central. I mean, sorry. That's when the game was won for me. Like when I saw Vinicius going in the middle, I knew it was like over. At least for their creativity, because the Vinicius and Benzema are their star players without a doubt. They're most creative. They create everything, and then you have a left winger coming inside. You, I, dude, I kind of feel bad for Vinicius. I bet Araujo's presence. I think Vinicius must fear his presence at this point, man. It's man, I love Araujo. I'll praise. Actually, let's get to the praising part. For the star player, of course, team performance. I want to highlight that, but star players that I want to give special highlights to are Frenkie De Jong, who was my man of the match, Jules Kounde, Araujo, and Alonso. Frankie De Jong, I was on Twitter after the match and I saw someone comment under some post that Frankie watched some Xavi highlights before the match, and honestly, that is bang on. Frankie has his own style, of course, but man, he so many times was he just everywhere on the pitch. Where the ball was, he was there. He is so good at making these runs of alleviating pressure, especially how we were playing it when we do get the ball, we just possess them, and we're getting pressed. Frankie just has that ability to just put his head down and run with the ball, and he's very good. Of course, this game, Frankie wasn't always getting to the final third and then sending the final pass in, but he was passing, especially when he got fouled by Vinicius and when he got a yellow card when he got booked. He went past one, then two, and then Vinicius pulled him down and started wrestling with him. WWE. It reminds me of that Varane red card away at Atletico Madrid. It was funny. Um, on the topic of Ansu Fati, I just want to interject. I think for like anyone spewing negativity towards him, I think it'll only hurt everyone. He needs. Like put yourself in his shoes? What would he think, especially after blocking that goal? Like we saw with Varane, he was in a very bad place and he had to get a therapist. Like I know the fans are tough, but we shouldn't be that tough for them to be getting so troubled and to be in such a like bad place. Imagine what Ansu was thinking. Like he must have thought the team would have been better without him there. And I like to compare his situation perfectly with Rashford. Look at Rashford. The past couple of seasons, he wasn't performing that great, especially last season. It was like one of his poor seasons, I believe. And then look at what the faith of a manager uh, like gave birth to a man that cannot stop scoring at all. And we have seen flashes of Ansu Fati in there, especially against Real Sociedad. I always remember that match. He got subbed on and he instantly provided with two goals. With I think he either had a goal and an assist or like two assists. But yeah, I think we should be patient with Ansu. He will come out. The players in there. Kounde and Araujo both keeping Benzema and Vinny quiet. I saw them winning, especially Kounde winning so many aerial duels, and Alonso too. With the low block, it really suits him because there's less space to cover. Pace isn't really that much of an issue, like when we hold our high line. And along man, like everything, these all go for like these four players that I'm highlighting. The interceptions, the defensive awareness, the aerial duels, the regular duels, they just weren't getting past. They were like everywhere, and they were keeping players quiet, denying all this space. Little by little, I would like to say that I think the mentality at this club is improving. We've had our mental collapses in the past many times before, but I see an upward trajectory. I do see us improving. We like you are starting to see no matter what form we are in, we can put out good performances, and I hope this won't be the last one. But what did you guys think of the match? What did you guys make of it? Did you guys think that we were honestly gonna lose, draw, or even get battered like some people were saying? And yeah, I still find that ridiculous. But of course, hindsight is 2020. But that has been my review for FC Barcelona versus Real Madrid. As always, those are my takes. If you have any thoughts, be sure to add them in the comments below. I read them all. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. It helps a lot to show me what I can do better. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. That's all from me. I'm signing off.